What's up, Virginettes? Nope. Gravity Squad doesn't really have a ring to it. 9.8 meters per second squared, gang. There we freaking go. Like gravity. Love that name. Just kidding, that's horrible. So I haven't done one of these car talks in a long time. Used to do videos on car news, whatever. Salamandran came out with his Let's Talk About Cars, yo. Everyone thought I was copying him, and then I felt like I was copying him because I hadn't done it for a while. Whatever, screw that. Me and Alejandro are great friends. We're doing car news again. So, the new Bugatti Chiron. Incredible masterpiece, but before we get talking about the Chiron and its successor, let's go over a bit of the history of Bugatti as a company. While the Veyron put Bugatti on the map for a lot of people for the first time, rappers, people who wanted the fastest, most expensive car in the world for nothing other than to brag, people who are more in tune with the automotive industry are aware that Bugatti has had quite the history prior to the Veyron. In fact, Bugatti was founded by Ettore Bugatti in 1909. That's why when you look at the Bugatti logo, it's not just a B, it's actually a backwards E connected to the B. Now, the factory was created in Molsheim. Actually, it was kind of a renovation of a previously existing factory that had nothing to do with cars. In 1909, with a loan from a bank to produce 10 cars and 5 airplane engines. Some of you might know that Rolls-Royce also makes airplane engines. Thus, the Type 10 was born with a powerhouse of an engine, a 1.3-liter four-cylinder. Now, I could go over all of the models that they've made, all of the racing history, but I'm just going to go over some of the standout models. This is one I bet most people don't talk about when giving a Bugatti history lesson. In 1923, the Type 32 was built. Now, a lot of people say that the Toyota Prius looks like a cheese wedge or a keyboard mouse. Well, the Type 32 looks more like a keyboard mouse than any car ever created. Honestly, after drinking 8 Moscow Mules and doing it blindfolded, I'm pretty sure I could design a better looking car. But that's okay, because they soon went on to win some serious races. In 1929, they won the Monaco Grand Prix, some race that might be famous, I don't really know. And they also created the Type 57S Atlantic, which in my opinion is one of the most stunning cars ever created. So I think they can be forgiven for the Type 32. So look, I could talk about all the history, but we want to move to the future. They clearly had a very rich racing history. They made airplane engines, they even built a train. But in 1956, production stopped entirely. It wasn't until 1991 when they developed the EB110, kind of an ugly, strange-looking thing, although one of the best videos on the internet is Tax the Rich mobbing it through rough dirt and grass. Definitely recommend watching that. But in typical, if you don't succeed, try again, they went bankrupt in 1995. That's pretty brutal. In 1998, however, Volkswagen bought the rights to Bugatti and the rights to cheat on EPA tests. No, wait, they didn't, not that one. The Bugatti Veyron started production in late 2005. Named after a famous racing driver, Pierre Veyron, it features an 8-liter W16 with 4 turbochargers, making 1,001 horsepower. It also featured the uncanny ability to attract rappers whose net worth was less than the price of the Bugatti, but took out a loan so they could wake up in their new Bugatti.
I woke up in a new Bugatti.
5 years later, the Bugatti Veyron Supersport set the world land speed record for a production car at 268 miles an hour. That is quick. 10 years after its production started in 2005, the last Veyron rolled off the line in 2015. That brings us to the modern day Bugatti, the Chiron. Now, my friend James thought it was pronounced crayon. I'm not quite sure how he came up with that, but sorry, James, if you're watching this video. This is a good test. If you even watch my videos, he probably doesn't. I don't know. I don't really blame him. It features a revised version of the quad-turbo W16, making 1,500 horsepower and 1,180 pound-feet of torque. With its 2-stage turbo system, each bank of 8 cylinders is fed air via 1 turbo on each side, up to 3,800 RPMs. Then after that, the other pair of turbos kick in, giving you a flatter torque curve and less turbo lag. 0 to 60 officially is 2.5 seconds with a top speed of 261 miles an hour. However, I imagine when they're tested by magazines, they haven't been yet, which is crazy. They've done reviews, but nobody's actually taken it on the drag strip yet, to my knowledge. I imagine it'll be closer to 2.1 seconds to 60 miles an hour, and Bugatti plans next year to take it to a test track to try to set an actual top speed record. I imagine it's limited to 261 because of the tires it has on it and an electronic limiter. We'll probably do something closer to 280 miles an hour, given the fact that the prior car, with 300 less horsepower, was able to do 268. The Chiron is brutally fast. Apparently it handles good as well. That is a good thing, because the Veyron was known as kind of a straight line, soulless beast. But from everything that's been posted online about the Chiron, it's out of this world, even in terms of its handling. But that begs the question, why was it not a hybrid? The LaFerrari was a hybrid, the P1, the 918. You'd think almost that they'd want to compete directly with the Holy Trinity to come out with something more refined, faster, to confirm its position as the ultimate road car. But they haven't done that. It is, of course, not a hybrid. Well, that's exactly what's going to happen to the next generation of Bugatti. The Bugatti, holy fuck. That's actually not what it's called, but it would be an accurate description of the next generation of vehicle. Now, according to the president of Bugatti, advancements in electric motors, as well as government regulations, are going to require, and also it'll aid, in the development of the next generation of the Chiron. Now, it won't be a fully electric vehicle, as battery and electric motor technology is not there yet, nor do I think it jives with Bugatti's philosophy. I mean, honestly, with the sound of that W16 and 4 turbos, going to a completely silent car would be a bit of a change, but you never know. Bugatti is in the pre-development phase of its next car, asking customers important questions about their wants, their desires, and their expectations for the new vehicle. Now, that's a good group of clients. Imagine asking Toyota Prius owners what they want in the next generation of Prius. Oh, why isn't there a gluten-free bread dispenser? And is there a button that I can press where it remotely tases people who don't believe in global warming? No, you can't have those fucking features, okay? Doesn't make any sense. What? The Chiron's production is expected to last about 8 years. Maybe it'll be 10. Maybe they'll make 50 different editions like they did with the last car. Actually, I guarantee they will. There'll be final editions. There will be convertibles. There will be chrome, crazy, wrapper, ruined, riced out, really cool, really not cool editions of the Chiron. But that'll make the ones that aren't ruined a lot more valuable. I'm excited to see what Bugatti has in store with us. Whether they decide to create a four-door, an SUV, a hybrid, who knows? But what we do know now is that it will be a hybrid and that the current Chiron kicks ass. And Bugatti, if you're watching, I will take a Chiron press car for all of 5 minutes. That's all I ask. 1 minute of review, 4 minutes of crying, and then 10 seconds of saying thank you repeatedly at 100 miles an hour. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like always, please browse the channel and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you next video.